Begin in Wuji stance just for a moment. We're going to practice some warm-ups together. You could do these warm-ups as a standalone practice just to warm the muscles up in your body, or you can do it before you practice Qigong. We're swinging the arms around the body and just kind of letting your gaze take in whatever's in your space. Checking in with the spine. So the purpose of warm-ups is also just to see how your body is feeling today. Notice how your joints are moving, and always move in a pain-free range of motion. Make contact with the front of the shoulders and your hands. Start to look a little bit further behind you. Now make contact with the front and back of your hips. Drop your gaze to the ground and look all around the floor or the ground you're standing on. Make sure there's no objects that you might trip on while you're practicing. And also becoming more familiar with what's in your space, especially what's behind you, can be very calming for the nervous system. Let your arms come to stillness. Butterfly tapping. Your hands cross over to the opposite shoulder, and you could just start a nice slow beat. You could tap lightly or firmly. You could tap one hand at a time. Breathe in through your nose and out through your lips. Tap down each arm. You're just getting the blood to come to the surface of the skin. Tapping helps to kind of awaken the meridians, get the chi in your body to wake up. Pounding on the chest lightly, like Tarzan. Again, breathe in through your nose and out through your lips. More directly with your fingertips, tap right under your collarbones. This is the top of the kidney meridian. Using your fingertips still, tap on your sternum bone. This is where your thymus gland is. The thymus gland governs your immune system. Use your fists and lightly tap on the sides of your ribs, which is also the sides of the lungs. And then dust off your hands, just kind of clearing the stagnant chi out of the meridian. Using your fingertips, tap on your eyes, on the cheekbones, under your eyes. Continue to breathe in through your nose, and whether you breathe out through your lips like I am, straw breath, or breathe out through your nose, it's up to you, whatever you like to warm up. Clear the stagnation or the meridians, the energy. Tap on your knees. High knees, lifting the knees up. And try not to bend forward to get to the knees. If the knees don't go any higher, then just let your hands come down a little lower. So we're using the warm-ups to inform us on how our body's doing. Last time, clearing out the energy, and then tap on the opposite knee with the opposite hand. This is called cross crawl, and it's helpful for the brain. It's activating the left and right hemisphere of your brain. Now start to tap on the inside of your ankles. This rotates the hips open a little bit. And then we're going to go to the back, opposite hand to the opposite knee. You can do these slow or whatever pace works for you. Reach your arms up, gathering the chi. Let your arms just float around. Think about the heavens, the sky. the sun and the moon and all of the stars, all of the planets, and just the connection to the universe. We're made up of the same elements as what is above us. So breathe in as if your arms were in the shape of a funnel. You're just kind of receiving chi. Also sending positive messaging to your mind when your arms are elevated. Your mind believes that this is happiness or victory. Hooray. And then just bring your hands to the sides of your head. So with care, you're moving your head around a little bit, being really mindful of your neck and the muscles that attach your head to your neck. And center your head and bring your hands one to the front, the forehead, and one to the back, kind of under the skull, so that you're holding the back of the brain and the front of the brain, linking them with intention and touch. The front is the logic and reason part of the brain, and the back is our instinctual, more primal part of the brain. And we're just getting them to feel connected. Bring your hands to your heart. Step your feet in a little closer. For I am here, breathing. On the inhale, silently say to yourself, I am. Focus at the space between the eyebrows. On the exhale, silently say to yourself the word here and focus at the soles of your feet. Breathing in, I am. Focus between the eyebrows or the upper dantian. Breathing out, here, focusing down at the soles of the feet, feeling the feet on the ground. Do this one or two more times at your own pace. And when you feel like you're here, you're more present. Let your hands come down. And we're going to bring the backs of the hands to the lower back. This is called the Ming Meng, M-I-N-G-M-E-N-G point. Your feet are going to come apart again. So this is the place in our body where the chi kind of settles at the base of the spine. So we're just kind of warming it up, activating the chi. Bend your knees and lean forward. Make fists and lightly pound on the kidneys, lower back, outer hips. Your knees can be bent. If you have low blood pressure, then point your head forward, the crown of your head, so you don't get dizzy when you come up. If that's not an issue, the crown of the head is pointing more downwards. And then you're going to use an open palm and pat your hands down the backs of the legs to the ankles, around the fronts of the ankles to the inside of the leg, the bladder and urinary tract meridian. And then with fists, palm on your hip flexor muscles. So right where your legs attach to your pelvis. You might squeeze the gluteal muscles a bit and just kind of push your pelvis forward to open up the hip flexors. These are the sitting muscles that get tight from sitting. Then we're going to do that one more time. Lean forward, pound on the kidneys, the lower back and the outer hips. And then open the palms and slide the hands down the backs of the legs. Lift your heels up and sweep out any stagnant chi. And then come down into a squat. You can have your fingertips or your hands on the ground and just feeling yourself getting closer to the earth, lowering your center of gravity. For some of us, the hips and the knees won't feel comfortable like that. So You can, as an alternative, bring your elbows to your knees and just hinge forward, opening up the hip joints as much as you possibly can. You can move around a little bit down here. Think of this as gathering the chi from the earth. You can even swirl your hands above the ground or just touch the ground. This is very grounding for our nervous system to be this close to the ground. Lift the hips, place your hands on the tops of your feet. The liver meridian starts at the inside of your big toenail. So you're going to draw the chi up the liver meridian, go all the way up, bring the hands to the back of the neck, and then release stagnant chi. Sometimes I like to shake my hands and head sideways to release tension. It's called the Kermit. And then draw a big circle around you, visualizing the circle filled with light or chi or both. And then the hands come out in front of you, the palms face out, and draw a big circle around you, leaning forward to touch the hands or get them as close as you can, and come back and down. Settle down into Wuji stance. And thank you for doing the warm-up sequence with me.